core to human rights really is about this concept of humanity and this concept of oneness. And if we want to live in a society where there is peace and security and love and well-being for all, then we have to recognize our role, and that truly is what Human Rights Day and human rights is all about.
Most people think of justice as something that is sort of far out there, it's removed, it's something that the state, the court system handles. But our process of justice is actually a participatory one. It's one where everyone should be involved who was part of or implicated in a violation. They are all part of this complicated thing we call crime. And to really heal the effects of that damage, we need everyone to be involved. And that's, I think, an important message for everyone at the Gift Fair to understand, is they are part of justice too.
Refugees are people who have fled their country because of fear of persecution, and that's based on religion, nationality, political opinion, or a social group. Church World Service Lancaster helps answer questions about school, about jobs, about the culture. We're going to make sure that the family has a community that is safe. The Declaration of Human Rights says everyone has the right to belong to a country. And for half of the refugees throughout the world, they're children, they're youth, and they deserve that.
The women we are serving most of the time are marginalized, and they do not have insurance. They probably have very limited resources otherwise.
Every woman deserves to have prenatal care and have a healthy baby, and we know that to ensure a healthy pregnancy, prenatal care is really important. So by supporting Nurse Family Partnership, you're ensuring that a mother and family are getting all the support they need to have a healthy baby, but then also a child who's ready for school and ready to be successful. That's all about breaking the cycle of poverty.
The sexual abuse of a child is a fundamental violation of their bodily, their psychological, and their spiritual integrity. 1 in 4 girls, 1 in 6 boys are sexually violated before they are the age of 18.
Adults who are involved in prostitution, a very high percentage of them were sexually assaulted, sexually abused prior to their entry into prostitution. And so we recognize the fact that we've got to address these issues from multiple angles, and not just focus on legislation, not just focus on what's happening in other countries. The Gifts at Give Hope Fair give us the opportunity to raise awareness in helping to end sex trafficking and the sexual exploitation of children here in our community, in our backyard.
If poverty is going to end in Africa, the issues of children, women and girls in Africa will have to be addressed. So we focus on those 3 populations, and the purchases that come to Gifts That Give Hope specifically meet those needs for children, immunizations, for women to go to the clinic, for girls to get sanitary pads, and that one gift really makes a difference for a woman or a child.
At Hope, our understanding of human rights is grounded in Christian scripture, and this particularly the idea that we are all made in the image of God. And primarily for us, what that means is that everybody's entitled to flourishing. They're able to have the opportunity to invest in what they want to do with their lives and use those things that God has given them to not only provide for their family, but to bless other people and bless the world as well. We try to provide people financial services that they wouldn't otherwise have access to, so that they can find a sustainable way to work their way out of extreme poverty.
So our focus has always been education and childhood malnutrition, creating solutions to that. However, when we're planting a garden at a school is oftentimes the hub of the community. So it's also impacting staff members that live on campus and community members that come to the school to see examples of innovation in agriculture that they can try at home.
I think that human rights so closely aligns with this mission, primarily because students cannot get a good education unless they have their basic human needs provided.
When I think about the Gifts That Give Hope Fair, it's an opportunity to bring together some of these organizations, and then participants and attendees learn about the services.
It all starts there at the fair.
Success in human rights, especially in Africa, would not come without partnerships, and that's why we value coming to Gifts That Give Hope.
I think education is the key. That's the very first step. If people can come and just get themselves educated on the issues, that ignorance melts away, and then you're able to pass on that information to your friends and your family and your peers, and eventually that's going to hit someone in a way where they are going to stand up and do something about it.